you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. Hit it once, no time. Set up, fuck, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to do a quick video and address a topic that I'm asked all the time. It's probably one of the #1 questions I'm asked on an interview, on a podcast, from other breeders, is how is it for me being a woman in the hobby, and how has it been since I've become a breeder in the hobby? And my honest response to that is it's been amazing for me for the most part. I would say as a woman in the hobby, it depends on what part of the hobby you're talking about. I will say that the ball python community from day one was my heroes. Like, they made sure that I was completely equipped with the knowledge that I needed to breed, and that they're still there. There's still many people I started with in the ball python breeding side that are right by my side today, still there in my pocket, all the way up to this part of my process, which is actually, you know, hatching and you know, creating my own animals at this particular time. I will say that there's other parts of the community that I'll just commend the amazing men, because in that particular part of the community it's pretty much male dominated for the most part up front, because behind the scenes there's some killer women who are doing amazing with reticulated pythons and doing amazing things breeding them and doing amazing things for the community. For me, I've always said, hands down, I think my husbandry with reticulated pythons and my ability to show the world, myself, the animals, my family, that these animals have the ability to think, that they have evolved since they first came to us out of captivity. And for the most part, you know, when I started with my animals, I thought it from a process of, you know, like I said, human beings evolved. At one point we did not stand up straight. At one point we were not known to be thinking creatures, and now we are. We're where we are today as, you know, the most dominant living being per se, you know, as, you know, quote unquote, on earth. So yeah, so with that said, you know, I am very comfortable where I'm at with my breeding. I did not expect to be breeding reticulated pythons, especially not this soon. When I came into breeding though, when I first started purchasing my reticulated pythons, that was my thought process. That's what I wanted to do. And then when I started keeping them more and more in abundance, I realized that there is no need to overproduce such a massive animal, but you know, there is a community for them, an amazing community for them. And the lane that I try to stay in is not consider myself, you know, a reticulated python breeder per se, because my goal is to maximize on ball python breeding. But I have bred reticulated python. I will breed in the future, definitely my tiger pie het albino reticulated python, but I do not see myself ever just producing them with the same goals that I have with the ball pythons, with plans that starts from today, and I can see plans going through the next 5 to 10 years as to what I would like to do with the ball pythons. So with that being said, I want to shout out the amazing women in this community. I 100% can say that I have great relationships with the women in the community. I can tell you that for the most part the women are very civil in this community, and so I enjoy that part of it as well, so shout out to you. But I want to say just like special shout out to some men though, like Dax, D&T Retics, Dax and Taylor. I love the couple strength in any realm of this particular hobby, you know. I Want to give a shout out to, you know, the obvious people. I don't even want to, you know, Kevin and Jim Jolly, my #1 breeder when it comes to reticulated pythons. Most of my animals come from him, and he carries me through, even through the process of when T'Challa and I realized she might be pregnant, and, you know, and having those conversations to confirm it. He was there for me all hours of the night, checking in before she laid eggs. So shout out to you, Jim. I absolutely love our conversations, and the education that you give me is amazing. Chip Endo, my boy, Chip is amazing. So many people, there's so many people who randomly send me messages and inboxes from that community that just fills my heart, you know, and just appreciate what I'm doing with these animals, and, you know, communicate to me that they like to see that I'm doing something and showing something different. For many people, such as Chip, it's nothing new to him. He does and has those type of relations with his animals for many years, and I'm just, you know, putting it more on the forefront that these animals are quite capable of being amazing pets, even if you choose to breed them. I shared clear footage through the breeding process with T'Challa, my reticulated python who did lay eggs, and I did that because I just felt like there was not enough information out there. There's so many amazing breeders, but, you know, of course it's time consuming to breed a bunch of retics. I get it, but there can be so much more information out there in the community, not just for women but for everyone in the community who comes in, whether it's a pet keeper or breeder, or, you know, someone who just have common interest in the hobby or just needs general education through the process of keeping or breeding those animals. So yeah, but for overall, it's been amazing. I mean, hey, you know, I'm retired early to do more of this, so that tells you a lot right there. I'm really enjoying what I do. For the most part, you know, I love most people in the community, and then the people that I'm not that fond of, it's not, you know, that I don't have what I call godly love for them. It's just that they're not my cup of tea, and that's okay. I'm sure not a lot of people cup of tea either, you know, but for the people that are, who, you know, drinks the tea, I appreciate it. I keep drinking your tea and your wine as well, and I wish you all just a great season. Just, you know, the usual suspects, Aussie Boyds, just so many people. I don't want to go through, because if I do that, Reggie Urban Jungle, if I don't, I'm gonna stop, because it's so many people and I just cannot rattle them off on this video. This video will be hours. But so I did want to do one other thing. I wanted to share with you guys a cool little package that I've gotten from Redline. Definitely shout out to Redline. Make sure you hit them up, check them out on Redline Shipping, and utilize their amazing supplies and shipping services. I would tell you that I used them for the first time when I was in Tinley, not this past, I think it was March, and they did an amazing job shipping my animals. I was very nervous. The lady who assisted me, she was amazing, and she knew I was nervous about these animals, and she kept me up to date to, you know, what the process was going to be and when my animals was shipped, and they came to me in perfect condition. So shout out to Redline. But, you know, other than like the table tent cards, some pretty cool stuff in here. One of my favorites, y'all, is I'm going to cut my first clutch with these scissors. There's a couple pair of scissors in here. You have that, and then you have this. And guys, like I said, these are available. These packages are available online, Redline Shipping, so you guys should check it out. Shout out to them. Whole bunch of stickers that came in my nice little care pack. Love it, love it, love it. Probe kit, which, you know, I have a probe kit, so if anyone needed a probe kit, it's a probe kit in here. It's funny, I used to only know how to probe, but then once I learned how to pop, I pop in there and never probe, which I never thought I would be able to pop. Shout out to Antoine from High Desert Pythons. The toothpaste, that's all. It's toothpaste, and it fixed me. I was able to do it after Antoine said, just act like it's the empty toothpaste. And I'm a popper now. 2 cute little back scratchers. Pretty dope. And of course, I'm actually wearing one of these now, as you can see. If you check out Instagram, you'll see why. Cute little bag, my little stash bag. And of course, a nice shipping pack. Ooh, turn around the other way. Got it? See it? All right. And so I have real bad allergies when the seasons change, especially when the summer comes here in DC, in the Washington DC area. I carry this on a keychain. How did they know? How did they know? So this is a keychain with the Vicks on it. And here we go. Some people call them hemostats, so I still call them tongs. And some healthy chocolate peppermint patty. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this wings done for, shout out to Chris from B&S Reptilia. I'll be heading over to his house in the morning for the Pennsylvania Breeders Cookout, which I enjoyed these guys so much last year. I definitely have to make sure I'm there, and I'll be there on time. I will be doing reptiles and cocktails directly from there at 1 p.m. So hopefully you'll get to see some cool little breeder interviews and just how we cut up and behind the scenes. But just to share, these are the ingredients that I use for my special sauce, and it is a bourbon sauce. Everybody always asks me about making this bourbon sauce, so I will be taking it, and it'll be bourbon chicken. So I use the Jim Beam, the bourbon Jim Beam right there. And then I got some Crown Apple that gives it a little twang. Got some, I love Signature Select because of these flavors that they have, and that is the sweet and tangy bourbon. Got 2 bottles of that because that's the one I love the most. And then the habanero lime goes in there, and then we have the Southern style whiskey that will go in there. And then top the chicken off with some rotisserie chicken seasoning, some organic black pepper. Why the organic black pepper? I just told y'all I had bad allergies. Regular pepper now triggers my allergies. Organic pepper, for whatever reason, don't ask me why, but that's why. Pepper is pepper to me, but the organic does not trigger my allergies. So we have a lemon, nice little fresh lemon, and a nice fresh lime that will also go in the sauce, and some ground cinnamon, just a little tad of that goes in there. And so yeah, that makes the sauce. Right now I am rinsing off the chicken, and then I'll put the chicken in the sauce, let it marinate for a little while, and then I'll put it in the oven and have it done. And so once we get to the cookout tomorrow, all you guys gotta do is throw it on the grill, and it is ready to go. It is not for children. This is going to be heavily liquored. All right, so thank you guys. Shout out to Redline Shipping again. Amazing things Robin and his crew are doing over there. Great customer service. Again, check them out online, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Peace. Oh, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Women, tell me how you feel. If you're a female breeder, how do you feel your experience has been? Is that a question that you get asked a lot? Is it great, you know, like mine have been? And males, tell me how you think the experience is for females in the hobby from your perception. Yeah, comment down below, like, share, subscribe. And now we're going to say for real, peace. I'm gonna get this chicken done.